Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description, you will see I have provided chapters. Take for example, if you're only here for the collection continuations, or maybe you only care about all the weapons and tool skins, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just look at the description, it's all provided you down there. And with that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're alright, because it's time for Rust Workshop Skin Checks. Now I do apologise if my voice sounds a bit funny. I took part in the Global Warfare 3 event this past weekend. Out of 4 days, I must have streamed for about, 48 hours? That's not normally something I do. So my voice isn't doing super great at the moment. I do apologise if it sounds a bit funny. I haven't streamed for the past 2 days either. So I should also point out we have 114 skins submitted this week. That's a lot of people. And if I happen to have missed any of your skins, I do apologise. But if you're a completely brand new skin creator and you're wondering, Hedge, why am I not in this? I don't know who you are. You got to make sure you're like in the right places, like the official Ruskin Making Discord, which is linked in the description. So, make the right steps and whatnot. But please don't look at me and complain, Hedge, why am I not there and whatnot? I can only follow so many people. And a lot of these newer people I've never even heard of. I'm not constantly looking at all the newer submissions because there's a lot of not very good things to see there. Sorry to say, but you know what I'm talking about. I am looking at this with a financial perspective, and I only want to see the skins that have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted to consider what might potentially happen next. Does that sound good? Is that understandable? Cool. Right, so, shall we get started then? All right, so, before we proceed, I shall sit here and say, if you want to get the collection link, you'll see it in the top of the description right now. Click that. You could go look at all these skins in your own time if you so wish. Yes, plenty of very interesting skins. Or, if you want to listen to the docent tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps about all these pixels, well, sit back and relax. Let's get started with Deployables. And what do we have right here? This is immediately a collection continuation. This is the fish fridge. This is actually okay. That's a second submission of version 2, and it looks like Mr. Shedmon has added a glow-in-the-dark eyeball on these fridges. I see that, and it just scared me. I was not expecting that. So yes, this is actually a collection continuation for the fish collection, of which you can see right here. There's a collection link provided right there. Get a good look at that. And to all the skin creators out there, if you're building up a collection, you have to have a collection list link below. Just to point out, that's like a rule, all right? Some people don't do that, and it's very annoying. So anyway, let's talk about this. It is the representative of the many skins we're about to take a look at today. In short, with every single skin, I'm probably going to insinuate, why not consider showing your support? By that I mean, consider voting yes or no if you like the skin. But I will sit here and say, votes do not matter whether a skin gets accepted or not. But the skin creator can still see. So it gives them a good idea in regards to if you're actually liking the skin or not. Does that make sense? So, cool. We understand it now, I'm sure. But you can still show your support. And if you really happen to like a skin, consider going to the comments. Offer some nice, kind words. It really does go a long way. Keeps those skin creators nice and happy. Keeps them, gets their morale nice and up. And, keeps them motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. However, if you happen to not like a skin, but you kind of know exactly why, I didn't like that shade of colour there, or maybe the design of it wasn't that good in terms of what you perceive, consider offering some constructive feedback. Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Perhaps the skin isn't accepted, but the skin creator can look at your feedback, incorporate that into a brand new version, and who knows, maybe that gets accepted in the future. Sounds good? Cool. So yes, with this being a collection continuation, we're going to use SCMM to APP to help us visualize whether it might be a good idea to jump into the fish collection, for example. And I'm sure many of you are fully well aware the fish collection is pretty large, with lots of skins accepted, and we did recently see some newer skins being accepted. But this is a deployable. Do I see any of the deployables here? Well, I see the furnace, I see the bag, and to be honest with you, they're doing quite all right. The whole collection's doing quite all right. Okay, that actually looks to be a pretty interesting thing to consider then. Maybe you do want to go ahead, jump in, buy some of the bags, buy some of the furnaces, and see their potential fridge being accepted. We have had quite a lot of fridges accepted recently, but what are the odds we're going to see another neon fridge being accepted with the next Rustor? Wouldn't be too surprising, would it? Or would it? Or would it? Or would it? We'll see. We'll see. You have to take that into consideration. To be honest with you, only those 2 deployables I would consider. But overall, the whole collection is flourishing quite nicely as we go through this summer. So best of luck to you, Mr. Shedmon. Let's see if that works out nicely. Right then, so with that out of the way, let's proceed and showcase all the other skins. And I have to bring up, we have an interesting note to bring up to you. Basically, if you aren't fully well aware, with the August 4 swipe just around the corner, but just to confirm, that's not the next Rustor, it's the Rustor after this, alright? We're going to see the introduction of the Pilot Hazmat DLC. Basically, the Hazmat skin, the special code lock, we're getting a special pistol. I'm not sure if we're getting anything else, but it's a pack. It's a DLC pack. And in short, Lots of skin creators are fully well aware of this. Lots of skin creators are making skins in reference to airplanes and pilots and whatnot. So what we have here is a spinning wheel skin produced by Mr. Sill, a perfectly fine propeller. Looks cool, you know, like the engines that you see in the planes. That's cool. And it also comes in black, so that's all right. Then over to here, we have another version produced by Algorithm Lakamu. Now, that's not like an airplane. That's like, what do you call it? A propeller plane and then proper jet engine airplane. Slight difference, but still similar, and of course both of them being spinning wheels. So for whichever version you happen to appreciate more, feel free to comment below and whatnot. And best of luck to everybody here. Let's see if we can get another spinning wheel skin potentially been accepted. We shall see. So moving on from there, we also have rug skins in reference to airplanes and pilots, and then some, just some regular rug skins. So in the past, I remember this being submitted by Mr. Slanoster and Mr. Micro. We have the very cool looking helipad rug. So you could basically, if I can recall, these are two rugs. And, okay, so that's two rugs together, and they're just kind of put together. It's a, what do you call it, palindrome, something like that? We're like, can I get the half the rug just to prove the point here? I can't see it, damn it. But, yeah, they basically made it so that you could have, like, a proper helipad, which glows in the dark at night time. And, yeah, it's a resubmission. Perfectly fine, and very appropriate for right about now, don't you think? So what do you reckon? Would you like to get the main rug, and then the extra, pieces here to the side, a little mini rug collection, I guess you could say? Well, what would two skins consider to be a rug collection? Don't know. Then again, should we expect like a neon rugs collection or something in the future? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We get the idea. Cool, interesting. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to these two. Now up to here, we have the runway tile rug. Quite similar in terms of what we just saw a minute ago. But this, of course, is like the run-up. Yeah, I don't think we need that much of a run-up, but it's a clever idea, and I will give respect to that. Universe Kid is pretty smart, so yeah, that would be great for role players, I'm sure. Imagine if you could, oh, you know what? With a naval update, imagine if you could make cruiser, what do you call them? What's the big boats that has all the aircraft in them? I'm blanking right now, brain fog. So feel free to comment below, correct me, but what's it called? Destroyer? No, something else, but you know what it is. So feel free to comment below, but yeah, imagine you could put those, like, have like a base on top of one of those and put those in that and have like a airplanes attack choppers, fly off it and whatnot. You get the idea. Cool roleplay stuff, so best of luck to you, Mr. Universe Kid. Got to continue. Starry Night rug, a very nice colourful design produced by Firefly and Anetta. Very cute, lovely, and cozy. Something I'm pretty sure a lot of people would appreciate, so best of luck to you too. And then over to here, frogs. Yes, frog. More frogs, loads of frogs. Confusion. Let's see if we could get a frog rug potentially been accepted. Although it's supposed to be about airplanes and whatnot, not about frogs. But anyway, moving on. Here we have the moss rug, produced by Bedham Ronan. A nice, interesting sort of camouflage X design. So you could cover this over your base and maybe it might help it out. That really does look like it's been around for a very long time, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Role players might appreciate that. Do you? Feel free to comment below. But yep, give that a good look. I'm not so sure it works so well on the likes of sheet metal, but hey, it still looks nice. So okay, best of luck to you too. And of course over here we have even more competition. Forest cover rug version 1 and of course version 2. So this is basically like a bunch of leaves being used to cover a base, which is clever, and I'm sure a lot of people would like that. You've probably seen a Wilgen video too showcasing this very idea. But yep, multi-all hat Boris, Mr. Damned In. Let's see if that works out nicely. I'm not sure what the major differences are between the version 1 and the version 2. Let's give that a quick look. Not seeing it super clearly, but maybe you might be able to point it out. 1, 2. Oh, okay, that's still got like some colour on the stem, and that not so much. All right, cool, I see that. So best of luck to you too. And then over to here, egg rug. It's an egg. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Nui. Right, so let's now move on. We just saw an egg rug. Well, how about pancake furnace? Yes, produced by Mr. McQuarrie. Would you like some blueberry pancakes? Oh my, imagine the smell when it's turned on. Oh my goodness. Oh. Right, when it's turned on though, how does it look? Doesn't appear to light up or anything, but it probably does make the base smell very, very nice. Like blueberries. Oh yes, quite nice. Oh yes, so best of luck to you. Now over to here, we have some sleeper bags to take a look at. Let's get a good look at all of them. So, over to here. Ejection parachute, sleeper bag produced by Decap. So yeah, something that would probably be in reference to the likes of airplanes, of course. And yes, this does appear to glow in the dark. So alright, that's looking pretty cool. But you do have competition, because over to here, we saw this in my special preview video for the skin submitted as of July 29. This is also quite similar, a lifeboat sleeper bag, and it glows in the dark ever so nicely. Now you might sit and say, but Hedge, isn't that to do with boats? Yeah, but you might have them in your plane, and when you land in water, you throw it out, and then whatever. Best of luck to you, Mr. Slivkey. Another glow-in-the-dark orange sleeping bag. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here, we have the Air Force sleeping bag. Apparently has some transparency, but I'm not seeing it immediately. Is it? I don't know. This is produced by Holodner Kolotinsky. Does it glow in the dark? Does not appear to. So yeah, just Air Force sleeping bag. Keeps you nice and comfy. And yeah, do you happen to like? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you too. And then we have the helipad bag produced by Jessen. So yeah, we saw like a helipad rug a little bit earlier. Now we've got a helipad, sleeping bag. That's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty sweet. So yeah, are you enjoying the airplane and pilot theme skins as of now? Feel free to comment below. Now, moving on, what do we have? A small box, one large, two large boxes, and then a whole bunch of door skins to showcase, as per usual, with the likes of Deployables in every single Rust Workshop Skin Checks video. Right, let's quickly grab all of these, and then we'll move on. Sweet. So, we have the little bed storage box. Not surprised to see another design like this has been produced. Ever since we saw the work crate being accepted, it's gone up in price ever so nice. Supposedly, a lot of people appreciate it based on the fact that you can hide it inside rocks. And because there's transparency, you can't see like the top part doesn't stick out. So a lot of people noticed that, a lot of people are liking it, and I'm thinking a lot of people would like to see more of these types of transparent small boxes. So best of luck to you, Mr. Kavahu. Let's see if that works out nicely with its very nice glow-in-the-dark design right there. Yep. And maybe people are not like, wait, hang on. They might not like it because that'll show up at night time. Oh no. Well, best of luck to you, sir. Now over to here, it's Kitty. Kitty. It's a little tiger box. It's got a lot of transparency as well. Oh, look at that, just in the jungle. So produced by MM and CD. Do you like Kitty? Consider showing support for Kitty. Right, so sitting there in the corner. Best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out very nicely. Now over to here, we have the Gold Stack large box with transparency produced by Anubis Dunk. This is what, the third attempt with this now? Anubis? I've got to be honest with you, bud. Might want to consider moving on to something different, or maybe like a Gold Stack locker. Oh, there you go. But yeah, I think this is like the third attempt for me now. But we'll see if that works out this time. Best of luck to you. Let's see if it works out. But you do have competition. It's that competition. That is another collection continuation. That is the Sinotype Components large box. And of course, it's got tons of comments because of course it would. Loads of people are super invested into this. So yes, what's the likely instance that this is going to be accepted? I mean, come on now. It's a storage collection. But at some point, Face Punch will probably take a week's break from it. And we do not know how far it's going to go. In the past, we've seen storage collections go all the way up to 18 skins. The most recent one, the Graffiti storage collection, that only went up to 15. Are you satisfied with what we've got so far? Weapons, meds, ammo, and now this. That was in the right order, but the point still remains. I would expect potentially like maybe a clothing one or an armor one at some point, but I don't know how far it's going to go, and I hope we see all the things people actively really want to see being accepted and whatnot. Comment below what you'd like to see being made next. But over to here, SMM to ABP, we currently have Sinotype meds, and of course previously we've had the other two, ammo, and of course weapons. Weapons is doing very good for itself, over $10. Ammo, not so much. It's basically like teetering around $3, even though it only sold like 5,000 more. But I'm also not surprised because the amount of listings we see on the Steam market, as you can see, it's a bit ridiculous. Now let me just quickly switch this over to American USD, and you'll see for yourself this is just basically at like $3. There you go, and ta-da! So yes, more listings. I don't know why people like this get involved with investing if you're going to do stuff like that. That is incredibly not smart. That's a very nice way of putting it, Mr. Hedge. Yeah, incredibly not smart. Why do other people exist? Why do other people get involved if they are too afraid of the potential problems? I do not know. So yeah, that's probably implying that I might want to just stick with doing buy orders from here now. And with the likes of that tomorrow night with the abnormal buy orders, I think that will be the case. Because this is looking like it's going to sell more compared to Ammo Box. It has slowed down though as of recent. But with a components box potentially being accepted, yeah, I do expect the whole collection to work out nicely. But, from here to October, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it being held back a bit. But I am expecting a nice rebound once we go through January 2026, post-Christmas. Now, it's getting closer than you think, but October's obviously going to come before that. October being the period of time in which we expect to see a lot of skins go down in price, and that's a bit not good. So yeah, I think we got the point across. So we got plenty of skins this week, but will we see the Sinotype continue? I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. But eventually, at some point, there will be a week break. Be aware of that and be prepared for that. Don't panic, but people still likely will. We'll see. All right. So cool. Another collection continuation. Let's see if we could get all the way up to 15. Hopefully up to 18. So get commenting. What would you like to see being made next? Make it known. Now we're on to wooden doors. Aloha wooden door, produced by VHS tonight. It's a very colourful look design. Aloha. And I do believe it happens to glow in the dark, which we can see right here. You can also see how it's slowly being built up and whatnot. So that's a perfectly cute idea. Best of luck to you, good sir. Now over to here. Rust door. Perfect for the game, I tell you. Produced by Flate. It is a door and it is rusty. Very, very rusty. It also happens to have transparency. Ooh. So yeah, it's a very rusty door, no glow in the dark or anything, but it does have head height transparency based on what I can see there. So, alright, cool. Looking pretty sweet. I think a lot of people might appreciate that, consider showing support. Now over to here, we have the Squid Guard sheet in the door. Hello, Squid Guard. Makes me want to say Squidward. Very, very much. No. But anyway, Voodoo, best of luck to you, good sir. Nice, perfectly fine glow in the dark squiddy design. Best of luck. Now over to here, DIY Sunny Mood sheet in the door. Perfectly fine look and design. Yep. I can't remember what these bead things were called. They're like a toy you used to get like 20 years ago. It's not Lego, but it's something else. I can't remember. Do you remember what it is? Comment below. But yeah, that's cool. I like how they're slowly building up. A bit of a silly looking design, but yeah. Best of luck, best of luck. We also have a glow-in-the-dark version. Yep, a very nice, perfectly standout glow-in-the-dark version right there. So best of luck to you, scraping. Now to here, we've got the deck of cards sheet in the door. Giggle of that, produced by Mr. Gunya. Are we going to get like a deck of cards deployable set? Is that the intention? Is that the design? Or are you trying to make a deck of cards door collection? So I'm noticing that appears to be the cooking room. So what's next? Furnace room? The loot room? The core? Well, okay, let's see if that builds up to something pretty interesting. Best of luck to you, Mr. Gunya. And yes, it does happen to glow in the dark ever so nicely. Over to here, we have the emergency exit sheet on the door. I do believe this is in reference to the aviation themes we're seeing. I just read it right there. So yeah, of course, it's appearing to be like a plane's door. Yeah, glows in the dark very nicely, looking perfectly fine. Now, it does mention transparency. Where is the transparency? I'm not seeing it. It's not obvious. I don't know where it is, but it does mention transparency. If they put like the sun in the background and then put the door in front of it, I'll be able to spot it, but I can't see it. I don't know why they put transparency. No mention of where it is either. I guess if it gets accepted, I have to look it up. Cool. Right, well, best of luck to you then, Mr. Minnie McMahon. And over to here, Flight Core Ship to Door, produced by Risato, a perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark design, which obviously is supposed to be in reference to the upcoming Hazmat DLC. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Very nice. Glow-in-the-dark neon design. Now over to here, we have the neon airdrop, which is pretty cool as well, Casadna Spectro, with a very perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark neon design right there as well. Again, obviously with the aviation themes. So that's looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you too. Now over to here, something completely different. Mogwai. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Produced by Y9J and 34633. We've got some sort of Oni demon sheet with the door. It's looking pretty colourful. It's looking pretty cool. So yeah, that's looking nice. And I can also confirm we have a red version as well. So for whichever version you happen to like, feel free to comment below. But yeah, that's something different. It's cool. You might see this being accepted in the next Rust door. We'll see. Alright, so best of luck to you too. Best of luck. Now over to here, another aviation themed skin. But this one is different. This one glows and also has transparency. So I know the one earlier, I was trying to see where's the transparency, can't see it. I've seen this in game. You have probably seen my little showcase of the skins, pointing out that we got like the pilot and airplane themes, skins being produced. This has a window that you can see through. So I'd consider looking at that video to see it for yourself. Now, I think the version 2 is the one that you actually see through it. And that's the version I showed. You can see like there's a crack in the window. Mr. Duck, why don't you go up to it so we can see it? You can't really see that much, can you? But consider like going over to my YouTube right now, and there you go. You can see it immediately. That's the version 2 of the door. You can see the crack. You can see the horizon in the background. So for your consideration, give it a good look. Give it a good look. Right, so best of luck to you, Mr. Duck. Let's see if that works out nicely. And I can confirm it does glow in the dark, specifically in one spot to the left. So not all over it, just one spot to the left, which I do think a lot of people would appreciate. So, okay, fair enough. Cool, 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 cool. Now, over to here. That's another collection continuation. That is the Popstar Sheep in the door, and she glows ever so bright. Now, I did say this. I was under the impression the skin creator potentially might want to consider doing a different anime girl for all the different deployable skins. That doesn't seem to be the case. Instead, they did adapt it a little bit to make her like a DJ. Okay, I mean, fair enough. But Mr. RR3, consider doing that. Consider making like a different anime girl. Just change her hair color or something. I don't know, just something a little bit different. But it is a collection continuation to the recent garage door that, of course, was accepted and currently in the Rust store. So let's go back over to here. Look at SCMM. That garage door has done almost 25,000 subscribers. Yeah, that might be a little bit too much. But it is anime. You have to consider that, Hedge. All right. For the many people out there that are sitting there saying, I don't like anime, there's a lot of people that do. And they happen to really like these skins. So, of course, with the recent AK skins we've seen over the past couple of years, Popstar AK is doing very well. Yeah, you might notice that a lot of the AK-47 skins go down real bad. That's in the positive. We also recently saw the Sakura AK-47, another anime pink themed AK-47, and that's also doing very, very well. Now with garage doors, I'm sure you're fully well aware, they're not exactly holding up very great. No, there's far too many of them. But when something stands out and is appreciated, you very likely will see it work out quite nicely. Take, for example, the lovely Mystic Tree garage door that came out at the very beginning of this year. Yeah, that's currently in the positive very, very nicely. People like that. I know we had all these other garage doors come out, but that has held on, and that is the only skin right now that's currently in the positive. So with the Anime Girl garage door, the Popstar garage door work out, well, if we see more skins being produced, like the sheep in the door, that definitely looks like it'll be happening. You very likely will be getting an anime-themed deployable set. No matter how much some of you will scream and cry and complain, you're going to fill up your base with anime girls. It's inevitable, sorry. I wouldn't say no to like a rug skin, like a poster or something. I guess that'd work. RR3, you've heard it. Give it a shot. All right, you got a lot of support behind you. And of course, I can see some people commenting as well. Right then, so I do believe there's some interest with the garage door. But that'll be a discussion with tomorrow. Because of course, that garage door, it's abnormal. And it's a $3 skin. So we have to question what likely will happen next. Well, at least we know about that. Now, speaking of garage doors, we've got a whole bunch of garage door skins to take a look at right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Come on, load up, load up, load up. Off we go. And then we got a armored door and then 2 sheep metal double doors. Right then, so air radar garage door. Again, another aviation themed skin. Radar around, getting a good look at what's around you and whatnot. A perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark design produced by Mr. Kosem, which I'm sure a lot of people appreciate. So best of luck to you, good sir. Now over to here, we got the brutal aviation iridescent glow garage door produced by Selectra. I showed this off in my little preview video. It's got a faint glow, not super in your face, but still a very nice design as well. So best of luck to you, Mr. Selectra. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Over to here, I don't know what this is. Metal glyph. That's a very strange looking pattern design there, Mr. Yeah. But hey, it's different. And it's not just got like an airplane on it or whatnot. Something different to stand out. So best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. I'm not sure what iridescent means, but I definitely don't think it means it glows. Okay, fair enough. Cool. My Farm garage door, the non-glow version and the glow-in-the-dark version. So this is produced by EOKA. To all you farmers out there, is this what you need in your life? Is this what you truly, truly need to get a hold of? A perfectly fine, happy-looking garage door design. And then over to here. With the glow-in-the-dark version, it looks like the pictures they made are only the garage door, glow-in-the-dark garage door version. So, okay, it's not super in your face. I do believe the sunflowers are lit up as well. Okay. What do you reckon then? Farmers, stand up, offer your opinions. Best of luck to EOKA. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now over to here, we have the general garage door produced by Mr. PL3 and Mr. Donny. Get a good look at that. It does appear to glow in the dark even when rolled up, based on what I can see there. Now, I do believe we have a second version, and the second version is a green glow. So blue or white, whitish blue? What do you reckon that is? Whitish blue? We'll go with white. Okay, so white, green, whichever version you appreciate. Consider looking at them, and then consider voting for them if you happen to like them or not. Best of luck to you, PL3 and Donny. Now over to here, frog. I don't know what's compelled people to make frog stuff this week, but frog. Do I need to say any more? All right. Now, as to ideal, I know you have the frog collection. But that's definitely looking a little bit different compared to the previous frog skins. Perhaps we should have saved that for the end. Yeah. I actually didn't realise that was intended to be a collection continuation. Whoops. Well, you know what? Screw it. We'll get that labelled in the right spot, but I might still move that at the end of the garage doors. So, alright, fair enough. Alright then, cool. So we have the Neon Frog garage door. Again, I wasn't anticipating it because it didn't look like all the other frog skins. But let's go over to here. Let's take a look at that frog collection. So in the past, we've had a decent amount of frog skins being accepted. I've accidentally clicked the box, but don't worry, I can just go to frog collection through here. There we go. Right, so deployable, 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 deployable. Earlier this year, we had the fridge, but then what happened afterwards was, you know, we got a whole bunch of other fridge skins being accepted. I know. But the deployables aren't exactly doing super great other than the frog box. Now, frog box is very likely being appreciated because you can hide it in like the bushes and in the foliage in the jungle. Understood. All good. But yeah, all these other frog skins, I'm not sure what to expect from them. Like that chair right there was the first skin to be accepted after about 4 years, and yet still slightly down in price. Awkward. But perhaps another batch of frog deployables would help things out, you know. And you see what I mean with this sheep in the door design there? Completely different based on what we just saw the garage door back there. I don't know. Like the previous garage door looked like that. That's what I was expecting. That was what I was expecting, but no, we've got to go neon now. Alright, anyway. I don't think the garage door would have that much of an impact, to be honest with you. And if you're like me, you probably wouldn't have even realised it was part of a collection. So, Mr. Ideal, it's perfectly fine. And for everybody here, feel free to comment below. Which version did you prefer? The big goofy face or the neon frog? Comment below. Right, so best of luck to you, sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now, competing with that, neon smile. Yeah, it's just a big smiley face. Look at that. Produced by Mr. K. Vladimir. Get a good look at him. Now, K. Vladimir, you should make an angry face as well. Just make all the emojis and doors. Why not? Yes. So, best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here with the secret blueprints garage door. Schematics for a helicopter. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Nice. Very cool. And it does appear to glow in the dark very nicely as well. So, Elfrietar, let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you. Now, over to here, we have the Ace Pilot garage door. This looks pretty cool. I showed this off in a special video I made. It wasn't shown on YouTube, it was shown on my Twitter. Basically, having seen a lot of aviator, pilot, airplane themed design skins, I was like, well, guys, we're going to get the Hazmat Pilot DLC coming out fairly soon. Do you reckon we'll see some nice pilot themed skins being produced? And then I just, played Highway to the Danger Zone. So I played that. But yeah, what do you reckon? Are you an ace pilot? Is this the skin for you? Comment below. Best of luck to you, 9K. Now on to the armoured door for the week. This is produced by Fuff. It's a nice secure door. Remember the little sheep in the door we saw just about 10 minutes ago? Very similar in terms of design. Yep, high flyers only. Yes. So, a perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark design. I'm sure a lot of people might appreciate that. Best of luck to you then, Fuff. Let's see if that works out nicely. And then for the last deployable of this video, we have the strong container sheep middle door, produced by Flashback. It glows. It stands out quite nicely. And yes, we have a second version, which is a bit more worn out. Got graffiti all over it and whatnot. So yeah, do you like? Are you a fan of these more realistic type of designs? Feel free to comment below. And with that just so happens to be the final deployable skin of this video. So out of all these skins, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. And with that, I'm now going to move on and talk about weapons and tools. So for our first skin, we have the Fluffy Nugget. Go and pet the little thing. Praetorius, what are you up to? What is that? One of those little toy dog things. Throw it away. That's not a hound. That's not going to protect my base. One of those little gremlin things, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, it's a little dog thing. I'm not sure if it's a yapper. I'm not sure if it's going to help you out. What is it supposed to be of? He doesn't say. Alright. What's your best answer? What type of dog is that? What breed? Because I don't know. But it probably would do quite a bit of damage if you threw it at someone. So anyway, best of luck to you there, Mr. Praetorius. And then over to here, Mr. Cubist thought, you know what? I feel like, handing out raw gold to everybody. Yes, we can make everybody rich. We're handing out gold for $2 a piece. So best of luck to you, Mr. Cubist. And then we also happen to have a very nice looking Deep Ruby hammer. So this, of course, is a collection continuation for the Deep Ruby collection. And, well, Deep Ruby, it's been a bit quiet recently, for a bit. Like the previous month, we saw quite a lot of the skins being accepted. But, yeah, what has happened? I don't know. So we did recently see the Rock, and then about a month before that, then we saw the hoodie and pants, and then like the tier 2 and all that. Where is the tier 3? Where is the boots and gloves? You should accept it, Face Punch. It makes everybody complain. Anyway, hey, looks fine at the moment, I guess. But would a hammer really change any of all this? I mean, not really. A hammer all by itself, though, would probably work out very nicely. We recently saw the Señor Tomato hammer come out. That's already holding up its value. Good to see. But yes, get a good look at that. Now, does it glow? No mention of that. No pictures either. So I'm going to sit and say I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference in terms of the glow. But anyway, why not? It's nice to see it being made, but I don't think that's going to have a massive impact on the currently available skins and whatnot. So it's nice to see an addition. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And don't rule out the idea of doing a version 2 for your tier 3 and your boots and gloves. Why not? Why not? Consider giving it a good shot, and whatnot. So best of luck. Right, we've got this happy little fella right here, Mr. RIF, Mr. Raf. Early this year, he made the Rubber Ducky Club. Wasn't accepted, unfortunately. But now, he's back. Would you like to see Rubber Ducky being accepted into Rust? Only honest answers, please. Okay? We haven't had a Bone Club accepted, so far this year. I've got to say, chat, YouTube, I think we need him. He's needed. Look at his happy little face there. Alright, best of luck to you, Mr. Raf. And then over to here. To my surprise, we get two Bone Club skins being submitted this week. This one's more, in theme with the aviator, pilot, airplane, skin submissions. Basically, yeah, it's a joystick thing. Is that what it's called? The leather? Yeah, I guess. What's it actually called? The stick. I got all the buttons in there and everything, so I think a lot of people think that's pretty cool. No glow in the dark or anything, no mention of that. So, okay, fair enough. Do you like? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Igor. Sorry for not knowing the name of it. I kind of blanked there. I am not fully recovered from the weekend. I'm trying. Right then. Rotorblade sword. Salvage sword, to be precise. It does appear to have some transparency. It's got, not a proper handle. He quite literally snapped it off the helicopter and ran away with it. So, a nice makeshift weapon. Okay, Jeeba, for what it is. A nice creative design. Best of luck to you. Over to here, we've got the Farmbot hatchet. This is the brown version. Get a good look at that. Got a bit of transparency over here. Oh, it's quite literally the farmer. So what's this version then? Oh, he's blonde. Oh no. It's like an actual man. Look at this happy face. Okay. Was not expecting that, Mr. Kuba. This is different. This is strange, but hey, something different, I guess. And then over to here. That's a really long head. Look at the happy little smile. Oh, God. So, okay, yep. That's different. It's unique. But do you like? That's what matters most. Feel free to comment below. And best of luck to you, Mr. Kuba. And also, there's the blonde guy as well. Right then. We also happen to have a Reactor Shard Ice Pick version 2. So you might notice that we've only got one salvaged ice pick skin being submitted this week. That's because its special month is basically about to end. July 2025 was the push for salvaged ice pick skins to get made. I can inform you the next skin is going to be wooden double doors. So in August 2025, you should expect a lot more wooden double door skins being submitted. Potentially, we might see some from recent past potentially being accepted as well. That's a good shout. I do remember that cool looking neon Deployables wooden double door. So, alright, anyway, this right here is a Reactor Shard ice pick. Get a look at this, and does it glow in the dark or anything? Not from what I can see. We do have a video as well, so let's go give this a nice little view. I'll take a good sip of water. Alright, perfect. Give that a good whack. Lovely stuff. Right then, so we've seen that in game. What are your thoughts? Are you interested? Feel free to comment below. And that is that for the ice pick. Okay. Now we have a jackhammer skin. Okay, fair enough. We just had a Twitch drop though, but you know, it's all good. So over to here, Aviator jackhammer. You got the, you know, the Sky Shark design with the mouth. Produced by Mr. Milho Frito and Sakati Similias. Would you like to see another jackhammer skin being accepted this year? Because I gotta be honest with you, that Black Ops jackhammer's been doing very nicely for itself. Let's just take a look at all the jackhammers, and I can confirm to you we've got like 16 in total, which is a bit odd because it's come out since what, like 2019, something like that. Yeah, the Black Ops jackhammer is currently doing a very good job retaining its value. But of course, we did get the Twitch drop, so we'll see what happens next. So best of luck to you, Mr. Milho Frito and Sakati Similias. But yes, jackhammers, they do appear to work out quite nicely in terms of investing. So let's see if that works out nicely. Some crossbows, yes we do. So this one right here is the soft landing crossbow produced by Sky Noise. It does have some transparency. Basically, it's as if it's like the wings of an airplane. That's a clever idea. You've done a good, you know, that's a smart job. Very clever, creative approach right there, Mr. Sky Noise. We also have a second version here that's all nice and green. Whichever version you appreciate more, feel free to comment below. But you do have competition. The cock crossbow. It's a chicken. Right, so yes, quite literally, it's a chicken-themed cock crossbow, and that's a very angry-looking cock staring at me. So, anyway, yes, that is the cock crossbow. Let's go ahead and talk about the cock collection. How's your cock collection doing, Chad? Sorry. But yeah, the pump shotgun's actually doing quite alright. We don't see that many pump shotguns, so that proved to be pretty good. But the fact that the AK and the SAR are down real bad at the moment, down 57 and down 50, ugh, I don't think the collection's looking very good. Independently, the cock crossbow, you know, probably would do quite alright. But I don't think it's going to cause any of these to spike in price. That would be my answer. So, Little Ranger and Graham Crone have produced another cock weapon. But what would you like to see being made next? They did make Tier 3, but it wasn't accepted. What would you, the viewer, like to see being made next? I've even considered going to the comments and asking for an idea. Just saying, alright? Should I see like a, I don't know, a chair, a table, something like that, something different? Or a big sword? Cock sword? Perhaps, we shall see. Alright, so moving on. We have another collection continuation. High quality metal EOKA pistol. So we haven't had an EOKA pistol skin being accepted so far this year, and well, could we see the high quality metal EOKA potentially being accepted? We just had the ice pick being accepted, didn't we? But I don't really expect much from it. Take a look at the recent salvaged ice picks and see how they're currently doing. So the recent one was of course the Gold Chains ice pick. That's a very nice golden shiny design. People like that one. It's retaining its value. But the Impact Protocol salvaged ice pick, it didn't really stand out that much, and it's already lost $1 of its value. I don't think that's going to really bump up that much of word to see the EOKA. And when you look at the actual whole collection in itself, it's a bit unfinished. I don't think the EOKA is going to change the world for that collection. But independently, would you like to see another, you know, EOKA skin potentially been accepted? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Diaz. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But Diaz, if I were you, please consider going back to your hoodie and pants in your tier 2. Give it another shot at version 2. I think people would like that. Alright then, so let's now move on and take a look at some Python skins, some submachine guns, and quite a few shotgun skins. So over here we have the shiny Python with cut sights and it's iridescent. What is this whole iridescent thing? It reflects? Okay, I mean, I don't think that was necessary to mention. We can see it. But it does look cool. I'll say that. It's nice and iridescent, fresh, risk. Somebody stop me. I like it. Now, if we could just get a nice aim down the sight picture. There we go. Thank you. Perfection. Red aim sight. Yep. We've seen that in the likes of the Blackout Python, the recent Heat Seeker Python. Perfectly fine amounts of transparency. So, alright then. Are you in the mood for another Python skin? Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you. And here we have another one. Cosmic Flutter, produced by Sanart. Does this also have transparency? No. But it is nice and sky. Oh wow, yeah, giggle at that. That's a very nice looking pretty design. Ooh, with all the butterflies and the flowers and whatnot. Ooh. Can you put that on a rug? I think a lot of people would absolutely love that to have like on display. Honestly, son, I think a lot of people would actually like that as a rug design, as a nice little picture to put in their base. Alright, well, that's a cool looking design. Consider showing support. Let's also just quickly close these. And then we're on to MP5 skins. So this is produced by Drag, a perfectly fine desert theme skin, it seems. That's what it appears to be. Obviously, they're standing in the desert as well, so it appears to be fully intentional. But yep, get a good look at that. Looking perfectly fine. A nice, interesting design. So what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Drag. And over to here, we have the 2 feet MP5. Now, if you watched my showcase of the skin submissions and a nice little preview, you'd know that this has a transparent aim sight. Now, apparently, it's not as good compared to the Heatseeker MP5. Fair enough. But it's still got a lot of transparency as well. That definitely would compete with the Heatseeker MP5 to, you know, get all your attention and whatnot. Heatseeker is $3. What's that potentially going to be if it were to be accepted? And how would it fare? We'll see. Best of luck to Mr. Rona. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And over to here, we have the Steampunk Double Barrel Shotgun produced by SMN. So yep, we're on to shotgun skins now. Get a good look at that. Perfectly fine, grounded design. And nothing wrong with that. What do you reckon? Do you like? Feel free to comment below. Now, competing with that, we also have the Afterburner Double Barrel Shotgun produced by Edge and Legacy. Yep, a more, sci-fi style design? Looks like a rocket. That might be the case, yes. So, yep, looks like a massive engine of some sort. Looking pretty cool. And when you aim down, yes, there's a transparent aim sight. Not that it matters too much, but it's nice to see someone being a little bit creative with that. So, okay, that's cool. We also have a second version. And this appears to glow in the dark. Yes, the inside of it glows. That's pretty funny. That's pretty clever. But in terms of, do people want that to happen? Do people want to have a glow-in-the-dark double barrel? Well, if it's only on the inside, it's fine, because everybody that looks at it there is going to get shot in the face. Best of luck to you two. Alright then, so we now have a SAR skin, an LR300, and a good several AK-47s. Cool. Let's grab all of these. And then, of course, we also have some rocket launchers. Sweet, let's go. So over to here with the Dominus Mortis SAR. This is a collection continuation to the recent AK-47. Yeah, that was a good month ago. A very nice stylish design with the ghoul, the sharp teeth, the golden claws and whatnot. But I've got to say, I don't think the AK is currently holding up very nicely. Let's go take a look. Dominus Mortis AK-47. Show it to me. And what price is it selling for now? It has gone down to $1.20. Bit unfortunate. Hasn't crashed and burned, but it's not exactly holding up super great either. Yeah, come on, change to dollars. Go. Yeah. So, yeah. There's so many AK-47s. It's ridiculous. There's just far too many. It's hard for them to stand out and, keep people's interest. So, if you were to ask me, hey, Hedge, would this SAR potentially change, the position at the AKs then? Sorry, I don't think so. But for what it is, if you like the design, if you think it looks cool, if you like it, consider showing support, and best of luck to Yen and Denuvo. Now over to here we have the Emerald LR300 produced by FaZe. It's a very nice green gemstone style design, all nice and cut. Do you like it? Are you a fan? Where's the aim down the sight image? I'm sad inside. Why didn't you do that? Best of luck to you, Mr. FaZe. Over to here, we're on to the AKs now. We have a Air Force AR version 1, transparent and white camo. We have a very interesting white design produced by Mr. Domch. Get a good look at that useful red aim sight. So yeah, okay, that's a perfectly fine approach. Maybe we could see a brand new white AK-47 being accepted. What do you reckon? We shall see. And then we have a second alternative version. It is a desert camo version. So get a good look at this. Let's see which one gets accepted. But I'll sit here and say this. Whichever version were to be accepted, I'm pretty sure the skin creator would just commit to that. So then you'll see a series of weapons with the same colour scheme. And yeah. So did you make a green one as well? Just want to see for myself. No. Okay. Just want to be sure. So best of luck to you, Mr. Domch. Over to here with the Blue Steel AK-47 produced by Mr. Bit. Get a good look at that. Perfectly fine. Probably want to put some more protection on that. It might get a bit damaged. But yes, get a good look at this. Yellow aim sight, blue all around. That yellow should stand out quite nicely. So okay, yeah, looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. And then with the second version. Now apparently this has a transparent aim sight. So we're going to go ahead and try and find that picture. Is it here? Here we go. And what do you see? Yep. Alright, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty sweet. Alright then. So, best of luck to Mr. Bit. But of course there is more competition. What we have over here is produced by Power and Houdin. I hope I pronounced that correctly. We have the Red Joker AK-47. And apparently this also has transparency. So when we aim down the sight, what do we see? I'm not seeing the transparency there. Well, my brain's just not working properly. But yeah, okay. I think what they meant to say is it's got no stock. I think that's what they meant to say. We also have a black version here as well. gold trim standing out very nicely. So yeah, are you a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Feel free to comment below. Okay, best of luck to you too. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now over to here with the tail AK-47 version 3 produced by Hedge. Very strange looking pattern, but it stands out quite nicely. Metallic, and when you aim down, it's also got a silver metallic sort of aim sight. So okay, best of luck to you, sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here with the Last Flight AK-47. It is a purple design. Looks quite shiny. Produced by Alchemic and Sovest. Give that a good look. Based on what I see here, it doesn't appear to glow, which is perfectly fine. We don't want to see that happen. Right, and where's the aim down the sight image? Where's the aim down the sight image? We didn't need about 10 different pictures in the dark. We needed an aim down the sight image. Not seeing it. So, okay, fair enough. Best of luck to you. Now over to here, we have the anodized titanium AK-47, produced by YouPorn Hyper Monster. Sorry, I'm talking too quickly. Yep, that's a bit of a strange LSD type of vibe. Do we have the aim down the sight image? Where is it? Come on, guys. The most important picture for a weapon skin is to aim down. That's not aiming down. All right? Okay. So, best of luck to you two. Now over to here, we have the Dead Pilot AK-47 produced by Zehan. A very nice, interesting blue design with a bit of fire. Yep, that's looking pretty sweet. Aim down. Where is the aim down the sight picture? That's it there, but that's in the dark. That's not helpful. Show it off during the daytime. It's nice to see that you did it, but show it off during the day. Alright? I can't tell what colour the aim sight is. Okay, let's try and figure that out. From what I can see, it appears to be blue. Well, if we aim down... Yeah, it's light blue. Okay, fair enough. That should stand out in all environments. So I think a lot of people might appreciate that. Best of luck to you, Mr. Zehan. And over to here, we have the Stinger AK-47. That right there is a collection continuation to the recent Stinger Crossbow. Looks like Mr. Deadeye has decided to delve into doing some other weapons and whatnot. So the next question is what would you like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. But yep, stylish matte black design from what I can see there. Alright. Now, it wouldn't be the first black AK-47 with a red aim sight, just want to say that. We've had quite a few, including the blackout. But from what I can see here, that doesn't appear to be transparent. However, we have a second version, and if we were to aim down the sight right here, what do we see? A bit of transparency, yeah, okay. No, it's the stockless version, Hedge. You've said it wrong. Yeah, I didn't say it correctly. The thing that we just really confused me. But yeah, he's played it a bit safe. He hasn't done an actual proper aim down a sight. He hasn't done a proper transparent aim sight. He could have done that. Deadeye, I don't know why you're worried. Give it a shot. You can still do a third alternate version if you so wish. But yeah, if that's to be accepted, I don't think the crossbow's going to care. That's just another black AK. Sorry to say, but yeah. So let's go see how that Stinger crossbow is currently doing. Deadeye, you've got the golden goose. You got a transparent crossbow. Stick with it. Stick with the transparency. Everybody else is doing it. Why aren't you? As I said, you can still put out an alternate third version. No one's going to complain about that. But yeah, I can confirm this is still retaining its price. Sold for $2, and right now it's on the Steam market at $2.39. But yeah, Skin Creator, Deadeye, give it a shot. Alright? If you worry too much, you're not going to get anywhere. You see the likes of Mr. Vase worry when he put out his skins? No. If you're putting out other options, other alternate options, that's fine. You're doing a perfectly fine approach. So that's up to you. But yeah, I don't think the AK is going to dramatically cause that to go up in price. That independently by itself will still be expected to go up in price by itself. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, you do have these people here doing that. So if that wasn't happening, maybe it rises up in price a little bit more. But give it time. That's not going to happen like immediately. That's going to be a nice slow rise. So as long as we don't see any other crossbows being similar to that and whatnot. So okay, fair enough. Right then, so best of luck to you, Mr. Deadeye. But yeah, honestly, do a third alternative version. Anyway, best of luck. Now over to here with rocket launchers. We have a transparent cut aim sight. What? Okay, sure. So this is produced by MA1 and aim down. We see what this transparency is, good sir. Where's the transparency? Where? That's not helpful. I can't see the transparency. Why is everybody so afraid to just aim down? We do have a second version here. This glows apparently with some cut sights. So, do we aim down here? Do we aim down here? Nope. Cool. Awesome. So, yep. Apparently we have transparency in the aim sight, but I cannot see it. I cannot see it, especially in the dark. So, cool. And over to here, we have the Thunderbolt rocket launcher version 1 produced by Armour Project. Now, there's no mentions of transparency here. Do you aim down the sight or anything? Oh, yeah, okay, perfect. That's what we wanted to see. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything out there, like, different or anything there, so that's cool. And we do have a second version. This is the version 2. What's different with this? What's that? Do you have the Sky Shark design? Yeah, okay, so that's just like a standard rocket launcher. This has a shark face. Oh. Alright, cool. So that just so happens to be the last weapon/tool skin for this video. So, out of all these skins here, which one has stood out to you the most? Which one is very appealing? Which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in that upcoming rust off? Feel free to comment below. Now, let's now move on to clothing and armor skins. So first up, here we have the Deep Sea Large Backpack produced by Mr. Robstar. There is a very angry looking octopus inside there. He's looking very angry. He's gonna slap you. So okay, that's a little bit different, a bit unique. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. Now over to here, we have more aviation themed skins. So let's get a good look at all of these. First up, aviator goggles, produced by Hefner. Yep, that looks cool. This is actually a burlap head wrap, so it's going to make you bald when you wear it like that. Oh dear. It's going to make you bald. But yeah, what it is, that looks pretty cool. Nice, interesting, transparent, creative design. Best of luck to Mr. Hefner. Over to here, we have the aviation bandana and poncho. So basically, he went up to a balloon, cut it up, and now he's got a poncho and bandana made. Alright, fair enough. That's looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to you, Mr. HSM and Mr. Claytails. And over to here, we have the Trapper Hat, produced by Bad Trip and Hulk. Now, I thought this was actually with another skin, but it's all by itself. Nothing wrong with that. You got yourself your aviator cap right there. A nice, cool leather design. And it's perfectly in theme with what we're about to see with the hazmat. So, okay, cool. Do you like? I think role players would appreciate something like that. So best of luck to you too. And then we have dino leather gloves and boots. Well, yeah, something completely different on a side tangent. Leather gloves, boots. I think we're about to see some sort of dinosaur themed skin set being produced. Kiko's like, no, I want to do dinosaurs. I don't care about airplanes. I want to do dinosaurs. Fair enough, Kiko. Be brave. Okay, fair enough. Best of luck to you. And then over to here, we have a collection continuation to talk about. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I wasn't anticipating this, because I did sit here and say when I first saw the Stump box, what can you even do next? Like, what's even similar in shape with the likes of the, the stumps when you collect wood and whatnot? Like, I thought that was one and done. No. They thought ahead. They thought better than me. They made a bucket helmet. Fair enough. You're more clever than I am, Mr. Wigan. You're more clever than I am. I didn't even consider that, and I got to be honest with you, that is a clever approach. That seems like it works perfectly for a bucket helmet skin. Now, I did make a point of this earlier this year, and we saw the fish bucket. I don't think we'll probably see another bucket helmet skin for a very long time. I've got to sit here and say, that for a collection continuation, I wouldn't be surprised if that potentially actually gets accepted. It makes sense. It works. I like it. But is it going to have an impact on that small box? I still remain doubtful. I'm going to say. But that's the talk for tomorrow, because that's an abnormal skin, and we have abnormal barders tomorrow. So, okay. Fair enough. We'll leave it until then. But, yeah, I thought that was a very clever idea. That was smart. So, best of luck to you then, sir. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Consider showing support. Now, over to here. This is also pretty interesting. A miner hat. So, I guess all the skin creators now are thinking, you know what, I should make some skins for items that just don't get that many skins. Miner hat. We have not seen a miner's hat skin since, I don't know, let's actually go ahead and find out. So if I were to go over to here, type in miner, it's got to be at least 8 years. So the last miner's hat skin to be accepted was back in early 2017. So it's almost been like 8.5 years since we saw the army miner hat. Okay, fair enough. And here's Señor Tomato with a very goofy red hat. Are you a tomato man? Stand up and show appreciation. But yes, this is a collection continuation. The first potential cloven armor skin, and they've made it a miner hat. To be honest with you, that's fine. If they're going to be silly, they're going for it. And I think a lot of people would appreciate something like that. I bet you a lot of people think, oh, I've never seen a miner's hat skin before. And they'll see that and they think, oh, wow, that's the first ever skin. Much like when we had the recent ice pick skin. When we got the protocol one, people thought that was the first one ever. Anyway, so that's cool. But what about its collection? Señor Tomato. So, I'm not sure what to think. It is a bit of a funny collection. The rock's doing alright. Sheep Noodle has improved. And the hammer's done all right. Hammer skins, they tend to be like this anyway. A minor hat. I think it's a lot, but it might end up like the Impact Protocol's Ice Pick, where it sells a lot, but then people kind of just don't care too much afterwards. Again, how often are you even using a miner's hat? Role players, that might be different, fair enough, but hey, we'll see. So it's interesting. The collection's a bit awkward, but progression could still help it out. So yeah, comment below. What do you reckon? Would you like to see it happen? Let's see. All right. Now over to here, we have some more interesting clothing skins to showcase to you. So over to here, we have the Aviator Jacket produced by Bastaz and Henter, and I think a lot of people like this. I think a lot of people will really like this. Again, I made a very cool looking little video showcasing some aviator, airplane and pilot theme skins, and yeah, I showed this off. I think a lot of people would appreciate something like that. It's got an interesting bit of transparency, cool level design. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Then over to here with the Aviator Hoodie and Pants, a green Aviator Hoodie and Pants. I know what you're up to, Mr. Vase. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted, but yeah, it looks like it works. It looks like it could potentially happen, but he gave it a shot. Another attempt for some green clothing and armor. We'll see what happens there. And of course, we also have to have this Trench Warfare Hoodie and Pants produced by Anafin. Something a little bit different. You're like a little medic here. All the straps. I'm sure he's got all like his medicine on him and whatnot. But, run around through the trenches, heal all the people, patch them up, make sure they don't die. So yeah, that's the cool look of design. Best of luck to you, good sir. And then, of course, as I said just a little bit earlier, all these aviator, pilot and airplane theme skins. Get a good look at the Wingman Hoodie and Pants. Now, I've actually made a short video showcasing this. I think a lot of people will really like it. I think it looks cool. I think it stands out, and I think a lot of people would like that. But here's a good question. If this were to be accepted, what would you do for armor? How would you do the armor? That is a good question. I think with the face mask, you could probably make it look like a radio sort of head with a bit of transparency and whatnot. That might work, but we'll see. It's up to Mr. Himmick. So, alright, cool. More interesting skins on the horizon, but most likely set for August Force White. So not next Rustor, but the Rustor after that. We'll see. And then we're on to Tier 3, so let's go ahead and take a look at these three. Over here, we have the Icebone Robots version 2 metal face mask. It's like half bone, half metal. It's a bit odd. It's a bit strange. But okay, fair enough. It's something different. With all due respect, Mr. Icona, you definitely did something out there. Something completely different. So, best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Feel free to comment below what your thoughts are. Would you like to become a cyborg skeleton thing? Then over to here with the Welded Wreck. Tier 3 produced by Kit. Get a good look at this. Yep. It's basically all welded together after a smashed up, very bad crash and whatnot. The face mask has a bit of transparency in the top, so it looks like a bit of a crown, if anything. Okay, fair enough. Interesting DIY sort of grounded approach. Best of luck to you, good sir. And then over to here, we have the Unseen Mercenary Tier 3, produced by EOKA and Lancy. It's got a nice green design to it. And as you can see, it's a bit shiny, but if you kind of hide in the shadows, you probably won't be noticed as much. So yeah, a very dark green design, but still somewhat shiny. Do you approve? Do you like? Feel free to comment below. And that just so happens to be the last clothing armor skin for this video, along with all the skins in this video. So feel free to comment below which clothing armor skin you'd like to see potentially being accepted, and consider making a list of all the skins that we've seen today. We're pretty quick with that today, 114 skins in total. I hope I didn't miss anything. I guess we didn't have that many collection continuations. But then again, a lot of people did make airplane, aviator, pilot theme skins. Understandable, we get that. So if I were to go to micro522.com real quickly, I can confirm to you the top performing skin right now is of course the Sinotype Components large box. That's not too surprising. Trench Warfare appears to be second. Aviator Jackhammer seems to be third. The Mogwai Sheep with the Door appears to be fourth. And the Tail AK-47 appears to be fifth. Stump Helmet's just a bit behind after burner double barrel shotgun, helipad rug. So yeah, you've got some interesting skins that people seem to be voting for quite nicely. Lots of positivity with the upvote to downvote ratios here. So overall, looking pretty sweet, can't complain. Alright then, so I should also bring this up. Have you been keeping an eye on the workshop? Have you been keeping an eye out for any potential Twitch drops? Now first of all, I'll sit here and say, do you see how these skins are provided to me in a nice presentable manner? Are you jealous? Well, if you'd like to set up your own full Adorphus list so you can see your own skin, like all the brand new skins being presented to you in such a way, consider looking at the top right corner of this video right now. See that? Special videos appeared, little card, click that. It'll showcase to you a video which will showcase to you the different ways you can build up your own full Adorphus list. That's up to you. As I said, yes, Twitch drops. There's been some interesting designs, but I could just kind of do a little shortcut here. Someone's been grabbing all of them. We now can see every single Twitch drop. All 14 have been located. The last one was Gorliak's vending machine. I've already given that a good look. You know what? Maybe I feel the need to go ahead and showcase it to you right now. I guess I could do that. So I made a little video. I wanted to share it with him earlier just to say, hey, I've seen it. It looks cool. And here you are. Let's just make this move at about, a little bit faster. 2 times speed. Yeah, nice and shiny. Very cool. And I will be grabbing every single skin and providing to you a very lovely video showcasing them all up nice and close and whatnot. But yeah, there was a bit of a few problems getting this made, but he's got it done. I'm just annoyed because I'm also trying to get a Twitch drop vending machine, but mine would be a little bit more silly. Being truthfully honest with you. That one's made out of pure gold for a rich man, oh yes. And it stands out very nicely, very, very nicely at night time. So I've cut that away now because of course I still want to put out that Twitch drops video. But yes, I will get every single skin and I'll showcase them all to the best of my ability. So props to you, Gunyak, and good job there, Himik and Gunya. Cool. So that's 14 skins in total. Let's now hop over to here. Look at Errn's tweet. There will be general drops. Some of these guys are general drops. Gorliak is one of them. I don't know who is what, but we're going to find out at least until, when the fancy of Twitch drops are finished. So this will be taking place between August 7 to the 17th. I'll put this tweet in the description so you can see that for yourself. But you're probably not going to see the skins being put in place until probably this upcoming Thursday. Yeah, there'll probably be a switch. That'll probably happen, or at least this weekend. But yeah, that's not happening until August 4th swipe. 10 days, 2 hours of your time to get all the skins, but probably about 4 of these people will be general drops. So that probably mean 10 people to chase after Hedge. About 20 hours of your time, but it's not too hard. And whilst I'm here, I would also like to sit here and say, over this past weekend, I was taking part in the Global Warfare event, and I did put a tweet out earlier saying, hey guys, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. I had a record-breaking amount of people. Well, for me, I had almost 300 people watching me at one point. Seems a lot of people actually did listen and say, hey, yeah, I'll go watch your Hedge. I'll get the Twitch drops from you. But no, I honestly had 290 people watching me at one point. And I'm not even that good. So what we have here is a very silly jousting arena we worked on over the course of the few days. We did prepare for this, and I'll probably have a video showcasing what we did and building up to this and whatnot. A special stupid video provided you by Mr. Hedge. But yeah, we practiced making this. We got it made. We also wanted to make a Big Ben building, but it was too much. There was too much going on in this area. And the admin said, no, do you reckon you could avoid doing that? I was like, oh, fine then, whatever. I want to do it. But anyway. So, yes, that is the whole build. It was a medieval London bridge. Quite literally, it was a bridge that people actually built businesses on, houses on and whatnot. That's what we did. But in the lower half, we had the jousting arena. We had a few people turn up, take turns and whatnot. It was fun. It was goofy. And thank you to everyone who contributed to this. Most notably Cheese Taco and Mr. Philiev. I greatly appreciate all the help. And of course, the other people who managed to get in waiting for the queue. Oh my. But you all put the time in to help us out. And I would like to sit here and say thank you. But yeah, to everyone who just met me, spoke to me and whatnot, that was also very nice. It was a pleasure to meet some very nice, wonderful people and whatnot. But yeah, there it is in all its glory. Because it decayed pretty quickly afterwards. That beast would not stop eating. It would not stop eating. It just constantly wanted more and more and more stone. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was fun. That's the main thing. And at the end of the day, a lot of money was raised. In fact, I think they've gone up to 10,000. And of course, right now, the current Rust store, if we could just quickly navigate over to here, I would just like to sit here and say I do believe that wooden double door is still for sale and all proceeds are still going towards the charity. So hope for the day. Very likely we'll be raising a lot of money. If this is $5 each, and of course with it being a pay-to-win glow-in-the-dark design, I think a lot of people have appreciated it and bought it. I can't help but assume a lot more money will be raised. So that's all good. That's nice. Sweet. Can't complain. So thank you to everyone who watched me. Thank you to everyone who donated to me. Thank you for everyone who helped me and spoke to me and whatnot. It was a very, very pleasant experience. And I guess I'll be doing it again next year. I have no complaints. So cool. Right, so just to clarify, of course, with the August Force Wipe, there doesn't appear to be that much else. We've got the new menu. We've got the Pilot Hazmat DLC. That's it, really. That's it. Nothing major, nothing groundbreaking. The next massive update appears to be the naval update. That probably won't be appearing until October or November. Okay, fair enough. Well, does that mean the player counts have been struggling? Not really. It's actually been quite alright. Not amazing, not ridiculous, but it's been doing pretty good. I can't complain. That is better compared to the previous month, but still not as good as May. But May did get the jungle update. So we'll see what the August Force Wipe's going to be. But I have noticed prices in general have been doing quite alright, so hopping over to here. Come on, don't be shy. Yeah, just take a look at all the skins in your inventory and start considering making some sales and whatnot. You probably will notice that certain prices have reached some new all-time high prices. Some of them getting close to their previous all-time high prices. But you've got to consider, you might want to sell now before we get close to September, October, November. Because, of course, the autumn, fall seasonal dip. Now, if you had an older skin from the past, like the whiteout hoodie, just go look at sales history, you know. Right now, I can see this is selling for about $19. But, you know, how high did it go previously, like a year ago? Just go ahead, do that, check it out. So this is September. So this is August 2024. Reaches a nice high point of about, what, $12 there. It sinks afterwards, and it reaches a low point around October. Then it bounces back up around post-Christmas. So that went from, what, like $12 to all the way up to, what, about $18 there? And as of recent, we've now peaked at 19. So, cool. You've seen it has gone down in the past. Wasn't by a massive amount, but still, overall, there's a lot of history to learn from there. Learn. Go, check. This is what I keep telling people, because a lot of people are like, yeah, what about, how do I find out? Just go look. And if it's a newer skin, try and find something that's comparable. You might have a pretty interesting, you know, AK-47 design, but there's previous ones from last year that also looked pretty cool, but still dipped and then went back up a price again, like the Popstar AK we mentioned a little bit earlier. People liked that when it came out late last year, but what happened during that awful time, the autumn, fall seasonal dip? Go look. Compare. Right then, so that appears to be everything that needs to be said. Player count's doing reasonably okay. Hopefully we see a better one in August, but inevitably, much like what we saw of last year, we could have a very nice high point in the summer, but it is expected to drop a fair bit. But if we do see that naval update coming out in October and November time, we very likely will be steering towards a very fun time towards the end of this year. January Force Wipe in 2025 was the 2nd of January. January Force Wipe in 2026 is going to be the 1st of January. 1st. New Year's Day. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a struggle, isn't it? Oh, yes, it will. But it'll be a funny one. So, post-Christmas 2026 is lining up to be very, very interesting. Grab some profits whilst you can. Pick up some super cheap skins around October time. It's as simple as that. Alright then, so the yapping about the abnormals will be tomorrow. I hope you turn up for that, and we'll see how things turn out. Will Sinotype meds be okay, or will it end up like the Armour box? Chances are it will end up like the Armour box. Again, why on earth do people feel the need to unload that much stock? It's a mystery to me. It really is. It's a mystery to all of us. Maybe they're doing it on purpose, just to annoy you. They could be doing that. Don't be surprised. But in the long run, hopefully this does work out nicely. But if we do see another storage collection come out very quickly after this one, well, that'll probably lead to some problems. Yep. But at least with post-Christmas, we can expect improvement. Right, so that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck with you and your investments, and keep an eye out for those upcoming Twitch drops.